welcome. Oh, okay. Hi Leo, welcome in your monthly reading for the month of July. Yeah, we'll clean up the space first. So yeah, if you are a Leo Sun Moon Rising, then feel welcome to watch this video. And yeah, please ignore my me being kind of awkward. That's normal with me, especially at the beginning. However, yeah. So yeah. Also, I made a spread for monthly readings, and you'll be kind of the first kind of sign to I don't know, try this spread or whatever. However, yeah. So I guess we'll get started. So first of all, we'll pull out the oracle cards, 3, and they will kind of tell us the energy of your kind of situations in the July for you, then later kind of what is kind of happening inside of you, and then 4th card will kind of tell us the overall energy for the July for you, Leo. So yeah, so 1st card for the situations in the July is Awakening. So that's interesting. The 2nd card for the what is kind of inside of you going on is Kindred Spirits. And the last card, which is kind of telling us the overall energy for the July for you, Leo, is Surrender. So that's interesting, and those cards are kind of the overall kind of energy of those 3 things that kind of are the situations of the July, the what is kind of happening inside of you, and the energy in overall. So yeah, I think I'm going to kind of put those cards here because they kind of take my space. However, yeah. Okay. And the kind of cards to kind of will now kind of clarify those cards. So we'll pull out the card, one more card to allow those 3. So you have the Angel of Punishment. Okay, so first of all, when it comes to situation, it would be first of all like some consequences. You might be giving them to someone, or they will be kind of given to you. But we have the Awakening. So something may be kind of coming out to the light. Some situation, and now you will be kind of having to make some consequences, or something that you did will kind of come out to the light, and you will be kind of dealing with consequences. Those don't have to be bad consequences, but those will be some consequences of your actions. We have the Root Connection and Kindred Spirits as what's kind of going on inside of you. So let me think a minute. Okay, first of all, I kind of get the energy like something is inside of you coming together. So maybe some parts of you were kind of like separated, but now you're kind of connecting them with each other. And I think that it might be conscious kind of decision of yours because we have the Root Connection. However, it don't have to be. However, those cards kind of tell us that, tell me by my intuition that something will kind of come together in you, in your feelings maybe. So yeah, that's interesting. Also, it might be that maybe there will be something about your feelings and someone close to you. So yeah, we'll get to this in a minute. I think I didn't show you those cards, so I will show you. So yeah. Leo. Yeah, and the last clarification card is the Angel of Verdancy. Okay, so we have the Surrender and Verdancy, which are the overall energy for the month of July. Wow, okay, so I get the energy. So it's kind of the energy of kind of letting go. And maybe you were holding on to something, or maybe there was some old energy inside of you, or in your life. However, I see like in the July you'll be kind of breaking free from this, or more likely I would say that you will kind of give up on something, but in the good sense, that will kind of help you either help you grow as a person, or it might be even the material sense, something in your reality where kind of the energy will start to flow, okay? Because I feel like the energy was blocked because of something, because you were holding on to something. It either might be you kind of holding on to something mentally, or it might be just you kind of holding on to something in the real world. However, you'll be having to kind of give up on this, you just give up on this, and it will just make the energy flow. And that is super good. I kind of get the good energy, like energy finally starting to kind of flow. So that's really looking good, the overall energy for you. Yeah, and I guess we'll now go to the tarot cards. We'll pull out the Rider-Waite tarot for the situation in the July. So we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, okay, the Lovers, and the Five of Pentacles, okay. So let me show you. Okay, so first of all, some informations, I kind of get the gossips or something like that. However, some information will just come to you or come to someone in your life, and I feel like it might be either about someone close to you, or just something coming to you about someone who's close to you. And we have the Lovers, which kind of tells me about some how to say this, the separation of paths, or either a decision, which we'll come to in a minute. And we have, yeah, okay, I kind of get a feeling it might be more of paths separations, and I feel like it's because of some gossips, and I just don't know if those gossips will be true or not. However, there will be some gossips, and they will either come to you about someone close to you, or those will be gossips that will be kind of going on about you, and someone close to you will be kind of getting them. And I feel like they or you will be making a decision if you or them should let go of you, or you or them. Let's say for now that you are the one who is getting the gossips, and you will be kind of changing, making a decision about this person. I also get the feeling that it might be something about this person doing something bad, doing something that friends shouldn't do, or whoever this is, maybe friend, it might be family member, because I kind of get the energy of family member, but it might be even their relationship, or whatever, really, whoever it might be. And I feel like you might be making the decision if you should let them go, and I feel like kind of you make the decision of kind of let them go, but we'll come to this in a minute. So let's now pull out some clarification cards to that. And we have the Moon reversed, so as I said, some kind of controlling things and stuff like that, but let me check out what kind of this means, because I really didn't have the Moon in a long time. Reversed, I mean. So yeah, I will just check this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I kind of get the feeling like it might be about this friend or this close person to you, or even you, but they might just do something, tell lies, I would say. Something about being kind of not honest, not kind of telling just lies, and being just kind of how to say this, fake, I would say that way. And this energy is kind of going in the two ways, because it might be that those gossips will be actually lies, or this person you are kind of hearing those gossips about is kind of telling the lies, or something like that, something related to the lies. And as I said, those gossips might be lies, or this person you are kind of hearing about is doing something related to lying and tricking and stuff like that. However, a lot of just lying and being kind of tricking, and you know what I mean, being fake or doing some fake things, stuff like that. And you have a Page of Pentacles reversed, which is the how to say this, kind of lack of creativity, kind of being closed-minded, kind of not having the idea what to do actually. So I feel like you'll be having the trouble of deciding, but I feel like anyways you'll be at the end doing the decision, right decision, and putting out there the consequences of this person's actions, because I kind of get the feeling now that you'll be the one who will be making the consequences for this person. Because I feel like you'll be not longer seeing the other way of kind of dealing with the situation than just kind of getting rid of this person from your life or something like that, and you'll be just like having to make some consequences after this person will do that. However, let's now pull out some more kind of cards that will tell us more information about the situation. So yeah. So we have the Ace of Cups, okay? So it's something like not being ready for something new, kind of in this situation, it will be you kind of not being ready to go and kind of continue this friendship, relationship, connection with this person, whatever this is. You'll be just like feeling like you are not ready to kind of deal with that anymore. More likely like you'll be not ready to deal with that again in the future, I would say, but let's get more cards on that. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it just tells me something about not kind of supporting someone, not helping someone, something like that. Also, on this card, you can see this is a little box, but it's kind of laying here, and it's kind of telling me, my intuition is kind of telling me that this might be something that person was kind of hiding something from you. It might be something like that. So those lights, it might be something about the person kind of hiding something from you in that type of way. And also there's a lot of kind of faking energy, because you see she's like sitting there and talking with this boy or whatever, but she has this box, right? And I feel like I kind of get the energy of she's kind of hiding this box from this boy, so it's kind of this person being fake and kind of not hiding something from you, something about you something about what you should know. So yeah, so that's kind of what I get. So we'll pull out one more card for clarifications. So we have the King of Wands reversed. So it's kind of not putting the effort to kind of work on details and stuff like that, kind of being messy, not kind of caring what you are doing, kind of something like that. A lot of kind of this energy I get. What else I would say there? Kind of not being informed well. That kind of tells me again that there might be, for some of you, the gossip might be actually not true, but that's for some of you. However, I kind of get this feeling that the gossip for some of you might be not true. It might have some lies, and you should first of all care about kind of checking twice if the gossip you are kind of hearing is kind of correct, right? So yeah, just take time and kind of put attention to the details to kind of not come out as a fool at the end. Yeah, and it's kind of this person you are dealing with, it's kind of them kind of not putting attention to kind of hiding your secrets well and stuff like that, and it just all kind of, because of their kind of messiness and not putting attention to details, it will kind of come out to the light, as I said. So that's something like that. I'm kind of thinking if I should kind of pull out more clarifications cards, because I'm really interested in kind of getting more into the details. However, we will now pull out the message from angels, angel's card for you to this situation, which is the forgiveness. Oh wow, that's really yeah, forgiveness. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So it may be that some of you will forgive this person and some of you will not. As I said, there's some decision for you. And as I said, this card kind of tells me about the decision making, but also about picking a new direction in something. So it might be that some of you will just change your path or something, and some of you might just be making the decision about this, and at the end it might be that you will stay there with this person. Actually, I now kind of get the energy more, but you'll be kind of maybe forgiving this person, and some of you might not, but that just really depends on who you are and what is the situation and stuff like that. However, as I said, just in the situation you must kind of think if you should forgive this person or no, and kind of also how to say this, put the attention to the fact if this gossip is true or not, because as I said, this gossip might be not true and you might at the end just destroy like good friendship or whatever this is by this gossip. So as I said, really put attention to the kind of finding out if this gossip is true first of all or not. So yeah, that's just like the best advice I can kind of give you on this situation. Make sure that the gossip is true. Take the informations out of the first hand from this person. Let them kind of explain themselves to kind of make sure that this gossip is kind of not a lie, basically. Because the energy is kind of telling me that for some of you the gossip might be lie, and for some of you it might be that gossip is true and is telling about the person making lies and stuff like that, being fake. So yeah, I think we'll end this here now, and we'll go now to your mind, what's kind of going inside of you, or your feelings in the July. So yeah, I hope this resonated for the July. However, now we are going here, and the first card you got is the Page of Wands reversed, which is interesting. The next card is the Nine of Pentacles, and the last card is Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so let me show you all three cards before I start talking, and also ignore my nails. I didn't have time to kind of work on them. However, what those cards are kind of telling me in your situation, as I said, in the mind, in your kind of inside of you, it might be that some parts of you might come together. You will be kind of connecting with yourself. But what else will be going here is first of all kind of undecisiveness about something. A lot of kind of not knowing where you are kind of going. The energy is kind of now unclear, so I will be kind of thinking how to kind of read the energy from that. However, a lot of kind of undecisiveness, kind of going into two directions, not going where you are kind of going, and even overall, like you will not kind of know where you are really going. It might be that you are looking for some path to go, but you'll be not really sure where to go. It might be that it will be just your emotions kind of going into few other ways, and you'll be not sure what are you really feeling inside. And a lot of that kind of things, also about the thoughts, it might kind of be connected to anything. The thoughts, the emotions, just energy going in few other ways, in two different ways, and you kind of being undecisive about something. However, I am scared my camera is kind of turning off, so I will go to check this. And yeah, okay, it's recording, so I'm back. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go back now. We also have a Nine of Pentacles, which might kind of talk about a lot of options. Actually, yeah, that's why you might get the Page of Wands reverse, because you might have a lot of options inside of you, in outside, in anything, like a lot of options, a lot of kind of maybe even ideas in yourself you have, and you'll be wanting to kind of realize. It might be really about anything. It might be even the outside world, where you'll be having a lot of kind of opportunities, a lot of kind of ways you can go in. But as I said, you'll be really undecisive about this. I really kind of see that, because maybe those opportunities might have come really fast, and they might even shock you. And I feel like at this time you'll be really kind of also it will be hard for you to be objective about things. That's why it will be so hard for you to kind of decide about this. So as I said, those Nine of Pentacles might kind of be connected to your feelings. You might have a lot of feelings, or maybe there will be even the places where you'll be able to place your feelings, like some love stuff, but I kind of don't feel it that way. It might be mostly like you kind of getting the opportunities in real life and kind of being undecisive about this, or having a lot of ideas in your head. Those are the two main energies I kind of get. So either a lot of ideas in your head, or either the opportunities in real life you have, or even both, and you'll be just really undecisive about in what kind of way you should go, and what kind of opportunities you should use. I don't know if the music is too loud. Okay, I'm back. And we have the Two of Wands reversed, which is kind of being, as I said, not really objective, and it kind of may even kind of cause you some anxiety about those opportunities. I kind of get that feeling. Because I also feel like those opportunities will be really aligned with you, and those will be really good opportunities for you. That's why you'll be kind of being scared to kind of pick one of them. As I said, you might be even also scared of those options. Maybe you will not want to decide of them. But as I said, really undecisive energy. However, now we'll get some clarification, which is the High Priestess reverse, which kind of means in this situation, it will be kind of you, not kind of, how to say this? Not kind of telling what you kind of feel, or maybe in this situation it would be you kind of not even knowing what you feel, what you want, something like that. You kind of being really undecisive and not knowing where you are kind of wanting to go even. So you'll be not kind of familiar with your emotions. That's why it will be so hard for you to pick. And you have the Seven of Pentacles reverse. So no progress in something. So as I said, it will be you kind of being really undecisive, not being able to kind of how to say this, kind of decide, or not like that. It will be hard for you to kind of think about cons and pros of these opportunities. It will be hard for you, because I kind of get a feeling like those opportunities will be so good, but you'll be scared to kind of lose every one of them. So that might be why, and I feel like you'll be for a long time not seeing the progress in your mind to kind of picking those kind of directions you want to go in. However, we will now go more kind of clarification kind of. However, we have a Four of Swords, which is you kind of inside being closed off. It might be very in the real life you'll be just like going and under the blanket and to the shadow, not kind of wanting to go out there because of those options, because I feel like those options will have kind of more or less big impact in your life in the July. So yeah, it will be you kind of taking a break, kind of trying to have a clear mind and pick a good kind of way to go. However, the next card is the, yeah, exactly, the, how it was called, the, I think, Jack of Wands. So yeah, and yeah, really clear energy, kind of you going and taking a break, you kind of looking for your options before you go and just kind of pick them. You kind of thinking to kind of make a good decision. You taking your time and making sure that, as I said, you will be picking a good direction. We have a 10 of Cups. So yeah, I think like at the end you'll be able to kind of make this decision. That's why we have the kindred spirit and the root connection as the overall energy of your mind inside whatever is going on with you. So you'll be in the July really taking your time to make some decisions, to make them right, to kind of look, even it might not be like you will get some opportunities, but maybe you just like thinking about what you should do now, what kind of are your options in life right now. Because you might have now some clear kind of page to write on when it comes to your life, metaphorically, and I feel like you'll be really looking out for the options you have in life. So you either will get some options or either you'll be looking for options you will have in life. So at the end, I feel like 10 of Cups is in this deck kind of finishing something with success, taking something to the end. So it will be you basically taking your time and at the end being able to make a good decision and kind of pick a good kind of thing. So yeah, I guess that's it. No, I have a message from angels. So it's not the right moment. So as I said, basically you kind of taking your time, and I feel like it will kind of take more than maybe a week even. So the July, it will be kind of, I get it might take 2 to 3 or even a month. So it will be kind of this time you'll take off to kind of think about this. It might not be like you will be, for example, taking the time off from work or something like that, but it might be even you kind of taking the time mentally to kind of think about this, like relax yourself, kind of don't kind of go and do anything like that. Like if you have free time, you will be kind of sitting, relaxing, thinking about your options, stuff like that. Just you kind of taking your time. So not the right moment, you'll be knowing that you can't make this decision fast, you'll be really thinking about this, taking your time, and yeah, that's basically it. So we'll now go to the overall energy for the July for you, Leo. Yeah, so we have the surrender and angel of verdancy. As I said, maybe you kind of giving up on something, and it will kind of cause the energy to flow finally in something. However, yeah, we'll pull out some cards now, and we have the King of Pentacles, which is kind of you kind of maybe being more into arts, into music, maybe you kind of opening up for those kind of beautiful things, as I said, as arts are kind of music, maybe even you creating it by yourself. So maybe you kind of giving into the flow of creativity. Yeah, that seems interesting. So the next card is the Death reversed, and as I said, you kind of it's you kind of letting go already. So as I said, the old energy was you kind of not letting something happen, blocking something, not letting the energy flow, maybe being scared of expressing something. Maybe it would be you just expressing your feelings by art, by music, whatever this is. So it's you kind of letting go of this, letting go of these blockages and the fear, maybe even. For some of it might be fear, for some of you just like yeah, it's basically like fear in other like forms. However, yeah, and the last card is the Seven of Cups reversed. So maybe it's you kind of before being scared of kind of expressing yourself, manifesting something, maybe even letting go of your thoughts and kind of desires out. And I feel like in this month you'll be letting go of this, and you'll be finally expressing what you think, what you want, your creativity or whatever really this is. Maybe even your confidence, because I feel like maybe before you were kind of not sure of your confidence in something or whatever this is really. So for now the clarification. So we have the Temperance reversed. Okay, so you kind of see the water here flowing, and we have a reverse. So kind of for me it's like blockage of kind of something not flowing. So it's for me like, again, like breaking free and letting the energy flow, breaking free from this energy, because I feel like it's the energy you have for a while now. However, it also tell about something not fitting, something not being right, something not kind of working out. And I feel like it's you kind of, maybe some of you had kind of the desire of expressing something, either like kind of saying something, your desires, or it might be creativity, like making music, making art, making whatever really. And I feel like in this month it will be you kind of breaking out from this and letting the energy finally flow. And the second card is the Three of Swords reversed, which is interesting. Okay, the Three of Swords are kind of the energy of being hard, but for me it's kind of not the energy for, I feel it's for me right now is the kind of letting yourself feel something fully, because this card Three of Swords is kind of telling about completely letting yourself feel the pain and stuff like that. But for me it's like you kind of completely feeling this desires, with kind of creativity and this full energy that was kind of blocked in you, and I feel like it's kind of you. But it also might be about being hard, especially with this situation that will be happening in the July, with this gossips, with this person that is kind of lying or faking something. So it might be also you kind of being hurt about this, and also you realizing that the person, some of you, but for some of you, that the person is kind of not fitting you anymore, the person is not right for you anymore, so something like that it might be. What else? I kind of try to put together the energy from this to maybe some of this and get more clarification on the situations. But I think I don't kind of see nothing more. But also we have the Seven of Cups reversed, which may kind of tell us that you might be not sure and confident in your decisions in the month of July. That's why you'll be taking so much time in the July for kind of making the good decision, right? So yeah. And the last cards we will pull out, not last, but because we have the angel cards more, but however, we have the, we have the Knight of Swords reversed, which is kind of taking a bad direction actually, which is kind of being guided in the wrong way, which tells me a lot about this situation in the July with gossips. And as I said, for most of you it might be that the gossip will be fake, the gossip will be lie, the gossip will have nothing to do with the person, or it might be not totally true, and it might just guide you in the wrong direction actually. So I kind of get this feeling just that you might be guided on the wrong direction. Also it's you inside of you trying to not be going in the wrong direction, try to guide yourself in the right direction, making the good decision. A lot of about the guidance. I think that's it. So the next card is the Three of Cups reversed. So it's kind of not being the part of something, being maybe lonely, being not the part just of something. And I feel like how to say this? I kind of, give me a second. I almost read the energy. However, it might be, I get this now. It might be you kind of backing off from some things in life. Maybe you kind of not going to the parties, not going, I kind of said that already, that you'll be taking your time, not going anywhere, and if you will be having free time, you will be using this right. So yeah, it's you kind of basically not being in the mood, or not being even able to go on the parties, on stuff like that, kind of backing off from the society, I would say, but mostly from maybe friends, maybe some, I would say mostly like some social events, so it's you kind of not going on them. And yeah, the last cards from this deck is the Sun. Okay, guys, so that's awesome, because we have the Sun, which is the new energy, and that goes perfectly with what I said about energy flow and you kind of giving up on something and energy is just flowing, right? So it's you kind of letting go of something and the energy is finally flowing. You get the new energy into your life, which is awesome. I really like this for you. So yeah, let me think a minute and I will kind of try to kind of put together some cards together to kind of give you more information on the month of July. So basically what I see also is the sun, which is kind of you having, as I said, this new kind of outlook on life, you trying to see more opportunities in your life, or you kind of getting more opportunities, and it's you kind of having those new things in life, a new perspective, and you kind of trying to bring a good energy in your life, good new energy. That's why you'll be thinking so much about this decision you will be having to make. Also, there's some there's city, there's some buildings, so I don't know what it might mean to you. However, it might be you maybe changing places. That's why maybe you'll be having some decisions about the house. That just, of course, for some of you, not for all of you. However, yeah, I'm trying to kind of think of something here. Yeah, I think that's actually it. So I will pull out the one card or angel card for the general energy for you, and it's think about this. Okay, so it's basically you kind of thinking about something, making some decision. As I said, that would be the main energy actually for the July for you, Leo. Especially that you'll be having to make this decision about this person, and you'll be having to make some decision about your life here, about opportunities. So there will be a lot of decision making, a lot of kind of deciding about what you should do, a lot of kind of thinking through things. So yeah, that's basically a good, really overall energy for the card. I mean, like, good card for the overall energy for you for July, Leo. So you basically thinking about stuff, making decisions, taking your time to think about things. That's why you also might be thinking so much in the July, because you'll be maybe not only thinking about those opportunities, but also about this forgiveness to this person, if you should give them this forgiveness or not. Also, I kind of get a feeling like when it comes to the situation with this person, I feel like it will be really like big realization for some of you, especially if this person is not kind of good for you. But it might be a big realization for some of you that this person maybe is not good for you as you thought, and you'll be just like seeing this through. Of course, it might be not for all of you that this person is really bad for you. As I said, for some of you it might be that this gossip is not true, it's fake, so that's something to care about. We also have mentally the kindred spirits, which is interesting, and now I get it, because it's you inside of you kind of thinking about this person that is kind of you kind of heard the gossip or information about, and it's you kind of thinking about this. And I kind of get a feeling that for some of you, for most of you, maybe even it might be for friendship, someone close to you, and I kind of got this energy at the beginning already, that this might be the friendship, actually some friend and stuff like that. However, yeah, it's you basically inside of you kind of thinking a lot about this friendship, about this connection, whatever this really is. Also, I think I will talk more about this King of Pentacles, which is kind of interesting, and I kind of get the feeling that maybe for some of you this decision you'll be making in July might have something to do with job, with whether this really is, but job-wise, work-wise, it might be you kind of making the decision maybe in what direction you should take, and it might be about you kind of taking the direction when it comes to kind of art or stuff like that. That's for some of you, really. And basically it's you kind of taking the lead in the creativity and stuff like that, and you kind of trying maybe to be even more creative. So yeah, also this death is kind of still bothering me. Death reverse, which is the overall energy, is maybe it may be you kind of still holding on from something, which is actually true. As I said, you will be thinking about doing some decisions, which is really you just holding back from doing the decision because you don't want to bring the wrong energy into your life. You kind of really caring about making your decision and what is really in your life. So yeah, it's you really like holding back because you want to make sure that the energy will be, if this decision will be bringing into your life, it's right for you. Again, you kind of holding on are also from this forgiveness, a lot of holding back, holding on to something, whatever this might be. However, you kind of, oh my god, I didn't finish yet. You kind of holding on. However, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. If you didn't resonate, check out your moon and rising sign. Yeah, thank you so much and have a nice day and see you.